Okay. All right. I think we're live. All right. So, morning. Happy Thursday, everyone. I hope you're enjoying your Thursday. I know it's supposed to be really stormy here in Atlanta and the sun's out. They even kept all the kids virtual, which I think is kind of wild, kind of crazy. But if you can hear me, if you can see me, if you wouldn't just mind dropping in the comments that you hear me, you see me, you're here, wave a hello, a hi, just so I know, right, that all's working. All right, so today's workshop is how to double your business in 90 days. And if you're like, not buying into it at the moment, promise you by the end, I believe you will be. So, first off, I want to be really honest with you. In order to do this, you're going to have to overcome all your doubts, all your insecurities, and of course, all the question and confusion. You're going to have to make decisions and you're going to have your own back. All right. So, just put that out there. Um, and you're going to have to step into the version of you who already has the result. So, I wanted to start with a little activity as I'm a big learner through experience. So, unless you're driving, I want you to close your eyes for just a moment here, sit up tall, and I want you to imagine whatever your goal is in 90 days, it's already done, that you did it. What are you going to be thinking? What are you going to be feeling? Right? What are you going to be saying to yourself? This is super important. So often we look to our past selves to create our current or future results. And what we need to be doing is asking our future self, what does she think? What does she feel? How is she showing up in the world? And when you can close your eyes and visualize it, it's going to be so much easier to step into that version right now. So, my future self, right? I can see her in 90 days with that goal already done and experiencing the excitement and the joy, right, that comes from conquering that goal. She has a thought that I made this happen. So, right now, I want you to identify what would be one thought that you would be having in 90 days if you have doubled your income, right? If you've hit that goal. And if you want, you can drop it in the comments, right? So I can see it and see, yeah, where you're at right now. All right. Take a deep breath and let's all just sigh for a moment. All right. So I know you came to learn some strategy, as I know most of us often do. I know I often do when I come to a lot of these classes. So don't worry, we're going to get into it. So if you are at 100K or below, this class is designed for you. If you are above 100K, I still recommend that you hang out and listen because I'm going to leave a bunch of golden nuggets and I think you'll be able to take it with you. But if you're above 100K, I would just extend your timeline. So instead of it being in 90 days, I would extend it to 1 year. All right. So let's get going. Let's dive right in. First off, this is a judgment-free zone. So if you're at $0 right now, awesome. If you're at 25K, fantastic. And if you're at 100K, let's celebrate you, right? Let's celebrate you wherever you are right now because you're here and you're ready to make a shift and adjustment in your business, in your life, okay? So those of you who aren't really familiar, don't know me well, I'm Rachel Friedman. I am a life and business coach. I'm also the founder and the creator, the host of the podcast Chaos to Come. If you haven't listened, please jump on, listen, give me a review. Let me know what you think, if it's helpful. And I'm also a mom to two amazing kids, stepmom to triplets. So yes, we have a house full of teenagers. Everything I'm going to teach you today, I personally practice myself. It's not fluff, okay? It's practical and it works if you apply it. Now, that's the key. You can't just ingest this information. You have to actually go out there and do it, okay? So, I have been an entrepreneur for the last 20 years. My entrepreneurship journey started around 25 when I left my job at a hospital as a therapist. I was burnt out. I left that job and I took a weekend course to become a personal trainer. At that point in my life, I had lost about 50 pounds and I thought, I need a break. I need to do something else. So I started as a personal trainer and ended up doing that for about 8 years. And I built that business pretty quickly, all the way to 6 figures and beyond. Just seeing clients one on one, going to their home, helping them with their physical bodies. Okay. Then I moved to Atlanta. Didn't want to start all over with the personal training, and I loved yoga. Moved to Atlanta. There was not a yoga studio right near me in my community. So I thought, all right, I'll create one. So, right, like part of entrepreneurship is just being willing to like jump off the cliff and go for it. And if you're here, I'm guessing that there's a little bit of that inside of you. So, jumped off the cliff, did that for about 10 years. And that landed me into the coaching business because I realized how much I love starting businesses. I love the newness, the excitement, the idea creation, and then creating systems to make your business super successful moving forward. All right, so that's me. And if you want to drop in the comments a little bit about you, I would love to hear where you are in your business, what's going on for you, maybe even one of your biggest struggles right now. So let's get into the details about how we're going to double our business in 90 days. Hopefully you can see my board. I know the lighting is not fantastic. Okay, so the cool thing about business, guys, is it's made up of actually only two things: math and drama. And I'm an expert in both. So math, was never really a great math student, but I know basic math. I know and I love formulas because I love how there's always an answer, there's always an exact result in it. And as an entrepreneur for the last 20 years, I've had to learn how to master that. Now, drama, know drama really well, right? Like I'm a certified life coach with the Life Coach School, and I've been trained in how to manage human drama. Also was a therapist for a couple of years. And of course, the best experience of all is the 5 teenagers that I live with right now. Teenagers are lots of drama. And I was once one too. All right, so our simple formula in order to double your business in 90 days is this, okay? Offers minus no's equals yeses. So the more offers you make, the more no's you get, the more yeses you end up with. So let's talk about this little formula in a little bit more detail. And I want to give this credit to my mentor, my coach, Brooke Castillo. She taught me this. Is a workshop she did. I followed it and it works. Like we talked about, two things in business: math and drama. We're going to talk about the math first. Okay, so for example, you put out 50 offers. 40 people say no. That means you have 10 yeses. Okay? Offers minus no's gives you your yes. Simple formula, right? Simple equation. But let's talk about for a moment, what is an offer? And this is one of the things that we go into deep detail in my program, is you creating your offer, your magnetic offer that people want, right? And that they value and that they want to pay you for. And that's super important. So an offer is you going out into the world and telling people that you have something of value to give them. And then in return, they give you money, right? That's just how we do it in our society. So it's the value that you're putting out in the world. And it's the gift you're giving people. Now, there's two main problems that I see. And that is that your offer itself might be the problem, or it's not the right person. It's one of these two things that's always the problem if you're not creating consistent consults, right? If you're not creating consistent clients. So wrong offer, right person, or right offer, wrong person. So let me give you an example here, what this could look like. Let's just say that we're at, I live in Atlanta, the Peachtree Road Race. That's what they do in July every year. I've run it a couple times. And let's just say that there's no one around with water. Now you have water, and there are people who have just run a race. Your offer has now become super valuable, right? Because these people are thirsty. Now, if you have water to very thirsty people, but they have no money, it's not a good offer, right? So you want to be selling your offer, right, to the thirsty people, water to the thirsty people with money. That's a really good offer. So you want to think about your offer right now. Is your offer to a specific person or specific group of people, and do they have money to pay you? If not, we need to tweak your offer or your person. Okay, so let's talk about these offers, okay? And one of the things, the reason this formula is so magical is that when you put out your offer, right, you put out the water, right, to the thirsty people who have money to pay you, it makes it such a great offer, right? So when the people say no, right, to your offer, this is not a problem. Our brains want to tell us it is because they feel threatened, right? All of a sudden you have to deal with the rejection, which we're going to talk about in a minute, which is the drama, right? But what's really going on in the no is it is an opportunity to learn, to make your offer better, to clean up how you speak to your people, right? A lot of the work I do with my clients these days is writing good copy that speaks to the people that really want their offer, right? And so when you get no's, it gives you a space to study these people and to understand why they're saying no, right? Because when you understand why they're saying no, then your copy, your lies, whatever you're doing to get in front of people, you can be cleaner and clearer about it. And you can actually address their objections in advance. And this is magical because then when they get on that call with you, they're already ready to buy, right? They're those thirsty people that want the water and have the money and they're ready to go. So most people will say no. This is just a fact, right? Remember, more offers, more no's equal to yes. So we want to learn as much as you can from those no's. So that means when you get on those calls with those people and they're saying no, you don't want to get into a place of trying to convince them, right, that your offer, they need it, right? But you want to learn from them. Why are they saying no? What's going on for them? Like, what's going on in their brain at that moment? Like, you want to ask them, like, tell me more. Tell me more about why it's not the right time. Tell me more what you're thinking right now. This is really invaluable information. You could consider these no's as valuable as a yes if you decide. Of course, we also want to learn from the yeses. The yeses are super helpful too, right? Like when someone says yes to you, why did you choose me? Like, what was it about it, my offer, that lit you up? Like, what excites you to work with me? So you want to understand and learn from the no's and learn from the yeses. So let's talk a minute, because this is something that came out for me, which I wasn't really clear about, the difference between an offer and an announcement. And my coach Brooke, my mentor Brooke, she drills this in a lot, and I had to hear it a couple of times. So if you need to rewatch this, no big deal. So an offer is only when they say yes or no. That's the only time you can count it as an offer. So for example, I was thinking that every time I posted something on social media, every time I put an email out there with an offer, and if people didn't respond, that was a no. That's not a no, my friends. That is an announcement. And that's just telling people what you are offering. It doesn't count as a no. It doesn't count as an offer unless they say yes or no. So I want you to do a quick check-in and ask yourself, how many offers have I actually made? Because remember, to double your business, you have to increase your offers. You got to get more people on the phone with you, right? And there's lots of ways you can be very resourceful with this. Don't think, oh, well, the only way to get someone on the phone is to post. There are other ways. And if you want to learn more, I highly recommend book a discovery call. We can talk about it. I've got a bunch of different tactics, okay? And they have to say yes or no so you can learn from it, okay? Super important. There is a big difference if you want to double your business and double your income, okay? So more offers, I'm gonna keep saying this, more no's equals more yeses. So think about your offer right now. I want to take a moment before we go into the drama, which is a huge piece of what keeps us, right, from making these incredible offers. But I want to first talk about your offer. Does your offer light you up? Does it turn you on, right? Does it get you excited? Like, is it like to you like the best thing in the whole world to the point where like it's like a no-brainer that people would want to work with you? If it doesn't, your first work here is make sure that your offer is the best thing in your mind ever. Because if you're not believing this, if your offer doesn't get you excited, doesn't turn you on, doesn't jazz you all up, then how in the freaking world do you expect it to get other people excited? So I want you to be so turned on by your offer that it is the only thing that you ever feel like you want to talk about. This is how I feel about my offer. My offer is jam packed with so much. My offer comes from 20 years of experience. It comes from years in the yoga industry of making a ton of mistakes. It comes from failing forward. And my offer is exactly what I needed when I started my businesses. It's what I needed again when I started my coaching business. And when I first started my coaching business, I hired a lot of coaches that were business coaches. And we worked a lot on my mindset. And I am so grateful for it. I wish I had all those tools when I owned my personal training business and when I had my yoga studio. Because as great as both those businesses did, if I had that mindset piece, oh my God, I would have blown that shit out of the park. But I didn't, and that's okay. So I am forever grateful for the coaches I've worked with in my mindset that I continue to work with. I think it is essential to always be cleaning up our brain, right? Like, I don't just clean up my house once a year, I clean my house once a week. And that's how I see coaching. Now, the cool thing about my program, why I'm so turned on about it, is it's not just mindset. When I first started coaching, that's all I coached people on. What I've ingested over the last year is a ton of marketing in sales knowledge. I have invested a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of energy to learn how to write amazing copy, how to bring words to life, and how to help other people do the same, how to get your message simple and clear so people are like, oh my God, I need what you have to offer. Give it to me now. How to show up with this energy that just exuberance, like confidence, excitement, and just vitality, right? Like, I don't even know how else to explain it. So all of the things that I've invested in over the last, I'd say 2 years, mostly year and a half, the mindset was the first year and a half in the coaching world, I've combined together and I created a container where we address all of it. So it's not just mindset, which is what I was doing. It's mindset and strategy, and it's strategy that works because I've doubled my business in the last year and in the last 3 months again, and it just keeps moving forward. And I just want to share this with as many people as possible so there's less overwhelm, less confusion, and less struggle. So I hope you can see that my offer to me is like a no-brainer. It's freaking incredible. It turns me on. I get so excited every time I get to talk about it. That's what I want you to think about your offer. And I want you to sell yourself on your offer. I want you to get yourself so freaking excited about it. That's all you can talk about. Okay, so now let's talk about the second problem, the second thing in business, which is the drama, right? Okay, gotta love my dancing, right? Okay, so you can give me a thumbs up if you're like, I know drama. I know drama super well, right? I've experienced it. I lived it. I still experience it all the time. Here's what I want you to know. Drama doesn't go away. Doesn't go away when you hit any points in your business. Doesn't go away when you hit the six-figure mark. It's always going to be there. But you have to learn how to manage it. You have to learn how to manage the rejection, right? Because you are going to get no's. Remember our formula. Offers minus no's equal yeses. And if you haven't learned how to manage the rejection, it's essential. You will sabotage your business, in my opinion, if you don't learn how to do this. You'll just quit. You'll give up. That's why so many people give up on entrepreneurship. So you got to understand the rejection. You got to understand what's underneath it for you. What are you making it mean about you? Because what you make it mean about you directly impacts how you feel. And remember, everything in our life we do because we want to feel a certain way, right? And our feelings are the drivers for our actions, what we do, what we don't do, which ultimately determines the result we have in our life. So I want you to check in right now. What am I thinking about my offer? What's holding me back? What do I need to be thinking to move forward? This is essential work. What do I think about rejection, right? Do I handle it well? Or does it sting really hard and does it take me out for days, weeks? This is such invaluable information. When you get to the root of this, then we can fuel ourselves forward, right? So we have to learn how to overcome the rejection. Often some of the things that might be coming up from your brain are, I don't know how. I don't even know who my person is. I don't know even what my offer should be. These are all just decisions. Decisions you get to make as an entrepreneur in your business. And then you decide and you test it out. There is no right or wrong decision until we test it out. You put out the offers and then you tweak it one thing at a time. So you want to make sure you're not tweaking everything at once. You put it out to a specific group or a specific person, right? And then you see, are you getting yeses? Are you getting no's? And then you adjust. It's the only way, right? So right now you're going to decide what is your offer, who does it go to, and you're going to put it out there. Pick a person, try it. Remember, find thirsty people who want water and have money to pay for it. People ask me all the time, is my offer good enough? Well, I don't know if your offer is good enough. The only way we're going to know, are you making offers? Are you getting no's? Are you getting yeses? And then we can tweak it, right? So another thing I hear, my people are telling me they can't afford me. More drama. They're just not your people. You're speaking to the wrong person. We need to adjust your copy. We need to adjust either your copy or your offer, one or the other. It's a simple math problem. The drama, right, that we all love, right? It's why we all watch TV, right? Who doesn't watch television? I don't know. Some people don't. I love drama on TV. My brain loves drama. Of course, it wants to create more of it, and we have to learn how to manage it. And of course, one of the biggest struggles I hear is I'm doing all the things. I'm putting out all the stuff on social media. I'm going live and nothing's working. You don't know nothing's working. That's just your brain trying to keep you safe. When your brain says that, it's your job to find the proof that it might be working, to work on the energy behind it's not working and get super clean with it. A lot of the work we do in my coaching is around this. It's the first step in my 3-point focus formula. It's managing all this drama. So here's what I want to leave you with today. I wanted to keep this under 30 minutes, and I think we're right around 25. So Coaching your own brain is essential. I have a workbook that helps you coach yourself. If you want a copy of it, DM me, happy to share it with you. You must learn how to manage your mind first. Otherwise, all the strategy in the world, you will sabotage it, in my opinion. So the first step, understand what you're saying to yourself about the rejection. Be willing to experience the rejection and understand it. What are the thoughts you have about it? You've got to clean this up. And what do you make it mean about you? What do you tell yourself that makes you? This is invaluable information. Remember, your thoughts create how we feel. What we feel drives our actions and our inactions. And this always gives us a result in our life. So manage the drama, increase your offers, get more no's, learn from them. We get yeses. So I would love to hear any drama, anything that's coming up from you, and anything I've shared. I'll stay on for the next few minutes. If you have any comments, you can go ahead and put them in the chat box and I can respond to them. I want to offer you today an opportunity to jump on a discovery call with me to learn more about how we can fine-tune your offer, who your person is, and make sure you're speaking to those thirsty people with water, right? We can create a container for your program so you never question or doubt or feel confused again about what you're offering and how to speak to those people in an empowering way. So often we're not, right? We're speaking to the disempowered individual, and we want to speak to the people that are ready, right? And want to take you up on what you have to offer. So I invite you to jump on that call with me. I will leave in the chat box when we're done a link to my scheduler, and we can find a time. I promise my sales calls or my discovery calls are really about you and discovering what's best for you. If we're not a good fit, 100% going to refer you to someone else who I think is, or I'm going to give you some tactics and strategies to work on until you are ready. Or if you're not ever ready, that's okay too, right? Like I'm okay with the no's because I know those no's I'm going to learn so much from to help me create yeses. I hope this was super helpful for you today. Like I said, feel free if you're watching this live to drop any comments in the comment box. If you watch the replay and you're watching it later, put your comments in there and I 100% will respond and get back to you with comments, questions. If there's anything you want a little bit of coaching on, please feel to drop it. And yeah, that's what I have for today. I hope that you have, if we have no comments, I've got nothing to respond to, I'm going to sign off. I hope you have a fantastic Tuesday. Glad the sun's coming out. Tuesday. Oh my God, it's Thursday. I hope you have a fabulous Thursday. And I hope to connect with you again soon. Look forward to next month's class that I am working on now, which I will share in the next week or so. I believe it's going to be a challenge. I love challenges. They're super fun. So have a wonderful, fabulous Thursday and see y'all soon.